Hello everyone, this is Nana.
And I'm Ngozi.
And welcome back to our channel,
Ejima. So today we're talking about 90 Day Fiance. Let's cut to the chase. Let's get to the point.
I decided to give this show a chance about a month ago when my mother expressed interest about actually wanting to watch it because her co-workers always ask her about it. And I'm hooked. I'm not even disclaimer. I do not think 90 Day Fiance is
scripted.
It's scripted.
It's scripted.
Obviously, it's scripted, but I think a part of it is genuine.
And they just build off of that
and
genuine part.
And they just show the dramatic moments.
Mm-hmm.
But it's too, you can't make this stuff up. It's just too good to be true. It's not realistic. So, today we're going to be talking about specifically about Angela and my brother Michael's relationship.
Should Michael leave Angela? That's what we're coming down to. Is Michael in an abusive relationship? Is Angela verbally abusing Michael?
Emotionally abusing
him.
And honestly, this is something over the weekend there's a lot on Instagram and people are showing clips of the upcoming episode. Obviously anyone that watches the show, Angela gets upset often, right? Because Michael does this.
He's like an average guy. They do dumb shit and they get upset when you're mad. But it's like you're doing dumb stuff. Don't invite me to a bunch of girls, to a bunch of young girls. Don't start telling your mom or your auntie.
Don't expect 54-year-olds to have a child.
Exactly.
I just feel like that's the reason why I feel like it has to be scripted, because it just
the expectations are weird.
The expectations are just so unrealistic. Why would I go and date a woman who's 54 and be pressured about kids?
Or I don't know, I really want to be a father, then go marry your age range.
It doesn't even make sense. And honestly, I don't really feel like Angela's a lot, right? I do think she's acting, right? Because that's how she gets that. They make the show. Let's be honest. They're the most interesting couple on that show.
I just wait for them to come on.
They're the most interesting couple. But at the same time, I like Angela's approach because she's being herself.
Yes.
And Michael can never say, she's not like one of those situations, your uncles that went to the village and got a wife, right?
And then they get a little
and
money, they change
here
up.
and she switch up. And then they're like, this is not who I married. This is not what, Michael can never say that.
Angela lets him know from the
get-go. Angela lets him know from the beginning.
I'm not doing
How
this.
many times has she said, okay, then your ass is gonna get, we're gonna be divorced right after you get that green card. Or she'll let him know, your ass, and you stop talking about green card. She's not fronting for him. She doesn't play those games. She's literally, I am an American woman.
Yes.
This is how America works. And these are things I feel like more people that do marry people in different countries and bring them here, they need to be real about that. Don't go there and romanticize America. Act like, we've grown up seeing so many things. And it's just funny because it's usually men that do it, right? So her situation is different because she's a woman.
And she's an older woman.
And she's an older woman going to get a guy from another country.
And she's not black woman.
And she's not black. So I think that's part of the reason why I think Michael's even tolerating her for her bullshit.
Yeah, it's all up in the
comments.
comments. People saying, she's
if
abusing
if a black girl went back to Africa acting like that, everyone would be like, she's proud. She's loud. It's because she's from America. She's arrogant.
Michael would have
she's this.
Right now.
She's that. I don't think they'll be able to get away with what Angela's getting away with. But Angela just being herself, I think a part of Michael loves that. That she's really being herself. But sometimes it is a bit extra. I know Michael's like, calm down. I don't expect you to be a Nigerian woman. We have to tell my mother how it's going to be 50-50 and this, that, and that. And I'm just like, if she's already acting like this now, imagine when Michael comes to America and none of his people are around. There's no auntie to go to. There's no mother to
because
go.
He will be in America and he'll understand the system. So he'll have to change. He knows he has to adjust. Same way when they were ordering the pizza for his mom and his aunt. He's like, when I'm in America, I know I'm gonna have to cook. I'm at home. I'm not gonna come there and get a job next week. So I'm gonna be at home. There's certain roles that I have to take up, and I think that's what cause all the issues in relationships. That people are not realistic about their roles.
They're not transparent.
We're in America. There's no man and there's no woman. There's no woman that's a man. We're in America. Everyone is working. So where you can help, you help. You have to let go of those traditional African Nigerian roles.
It depends on your family structure because it's different. I don't have a problem staying at home and cooking and cleaning the house from top to bottom. I can't be going to work. You expect all that from me.
Yeah, but Angela's gonna be going to work.
And that's what makes it different. That she's being real about that dynamic. I really respect Angela because she's really truly being herself. Whether you want to call it crazy, whether you want to call it being extra, Michael knows what it is. And my question is this true love or is Michael really just trying to come to America? I think it's love. Because I feel as if it's not that deep. I don't know.
I think he loves her now, but I don't think his intention was to fall in love with her. I don't think that was his out. When he met her on Facebook, she looked like a nice trip to America. She looked like a trip out of a situation. So I don't think that he met her in the intention to fall in love, because why not fall in love with a woman in Nigeria? Why did you go looking for a woman in America if you just want love? You could have got love down the street. So I do think part of it was like a way out to get that green card. But right now, I don't think it's just for the green card. I think
he doesn't like her. Throwing it in his face. And as soon as you get that green card, you know, she's real with him. She's like, I want Michael to be happy. And today, if I can't give him a child, maybe we don't need to get married. You know what I mean? She says a lot of stuff.
And now he claims he loves her regardless whether she can have a child or not. He's not worried about that. You know, that's the always part that really made me not really believe that all of this was true, because I know how much African men value children. So I know that it's not like he's married before, not like he has children before. Him marrying a woman Angela's age is he okay with never having children? That's something that's to ask yourself. You know, he was acting a little bit dramatic in the beginning, but I have to understand where he's coming from. Like that culture, they value children. You know, his mother wants a grandson. You know, they have a high grandchild. They have a high premium on children, that type of culture. That's what makes me think that I don't think that this was authentic from the beginning. I just think that now he's in it. He's fallen in love with her, yes, but I don't think his intentions in the beginning was to meet her and fall in love and live with her. Because there's things you think about. You saw a woman that age, that means you didn't want children. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those are the things that you don't think about. Like, that's things you have to think about. Like, you know, let's be real. Even if you met her 3 years ago, she's 54, she's 51 then. Like, that's not the average age a woman has children.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what makes me feel as if, like, he was onto something from the beginning. But, like, now I feel like he really likes her. But, you know, I just feel like they showed her. You know what? I like what Angela said. I'm not bowing to anybody. What makes y'all men feel as if y'all are gods over here? I don't bow to no one but Jesus Christ.
Hallelujah.
And I really felt her, because I feel as if like she had to let him know, I'm not doing this. You could take it or leave it. Your mom could take it or leave it. Your aunt could take it or leave it. Your brothers could take it or leave it. But this is not in my comfort zone. I'm not doing this. I don't need to please you. You know, if you don't like it, you can leave. She always gives an option. If you don't like it, maybe we're not meant for each other. But I think that when it comes down to men, even particularly African men, I feel like sometimes you do have to, you know, set those boundaries. Because if you just keep doing, and maybe it's nothing wrong with doing things if it doesn't bother you, but obviously she's not comfortable. It's not her comfort zone, so she has to let him know, you know, I'm not comfortable doing this, I'm not comfortable with that, and you know, then to take it from there and see how they can work with it, how they can work with each other. But I like Angela. People are saying that she's abusing Michael. I don't know whether I just can't really see it, because I just know that it's very scripted. So I don't think that that's their average conversation. I don't think she's going around telling him, get your finger on my face, blah, 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 blah. They're doing that for the show. They're doing that for the hype. So that's why I'm able to look. People are saying, you know, it's a double standard. If it was a man acting like this, all the women would be crying abuse, 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 abuse. You know, like kind of like we're brushing aside because he's quiet and because he's a man. So like people are looking past the emotional abuse part. But like to me, it's not like he's not abusing, calling him you stupid. Like she's just telling him, and she's just arguing with him more.
It's just loud.
Yeah, she's just being loud, and they're arguing. From what I've watched, you know, it's my first season as well. She's not going around saying, you know, you're stupid, you're ugly, you're worthless. Like she's not. I don't look at it as emotional abuse. I just look at her as they're just arguing a lot. You know, she's getting upset, she's raising her voice.
And I think partially because, you know, she's over there and she's seeing the reality of how he's acting in front of his face, and she feels like he's not being himself. You get what I'm saying? Because when they're together, obviously he's acting like everything's okay. But then they in front of his auntie and his mom, and this person, like he acts kind of like switches up, and I can understand where she's coming from. But reality is that he's trying to please two different people with two different.
And that's the difference to the family. You know, that culture, Nigerian culture, the family's so involved. And
so when he's in America, he won't have to worry about his family because they're not going to be anywhere in sight. They can only do so much over the phone. So it's really going to be Angela's rules and Angela's life and the American way and him, you know. So I think, you know, America might be good for him because he might be able to really just figure out what he really wants and not have that influence.
His family in
his ear, which is something that messes up a lot of marriages. To be honest, it's too much family involvement, you know. So I mean,
do you think that's we had a conversation? It was a couple days ago with my cousins, like they're saying that they don't think people feel like they don't think it's worth it, even if he's doing it just for the green card. He should leave her, blah blah blah. But it's like I don't think it's for the green card. I feel like he loves her, so that's why he's, you know, tolerating it. He does like her. He knows the person he has. He knows their temperament. You know, these are not things that just pop up. They've been together for 3 years, so it's not something that just came up out of nowhere. He knows her temperament. He knows who he's dealing with, and he's willing to accept that. Everyone has flaws. You know, everyone has their bad parts. Everyone has their good parts, or maybe her bad parts are just maybe her temper. But you know, he maybe loved that. It maybe turns him on. It maybe even attracts him. You know, so I just think that I just applaud Angela for going there and being authentic.
I don't think it could be just for. I don't think all of this could just be for green. Like you putting yourself on national TV, like people seeing your relation. Like there's so much that they're. It might be funny to us, but they're still like sacrificing a lot for their relationship.
I think it's both. I think it's for green card. And I think he also likes her. I think it's both. I don't think it's just for the papers, but I do think that that's in the back of his mind. Even if things don't work out in the end, he still get his trip to America, still get his paper. He can still get his papers. Like Angela says, once you get your green card, you can leave. And he can leave. You know, he still has an option.
Talking about green card. I'm not married for green card.
But I think they're cute. Like I like that. You know, I think they're good for each other. Like they balance each other out. Just
and it just goes to show that like men sometimes really treat you the way you let them treat you. For example, because a lot of people in the comments kept saying like, let it be a girl from Nigeria. He won't be letting her talk to him like that. You know, let it be a girl. Like I just feel as if Angela kind of does have like this like privilege and this kind of like, I don't know if it's because she's older, I don't know if it's because she's white, I don't know if it's because she's American, I don't know if it's a combination of the three, but I do think that like Michael like respects her in a different way than if she was like a regular girl. Like, I don't think there's, and even though Michael does seem like a little like quiet and timid to me, so that might really just be his personality, but I do think that Angela is like, he really respects her. Because like he really like,
he know what she could do for his life. She could change his life.
I don't know if it's, I don't know. It's probably a combination of different things. But let us know what y'all think in the comments.
Is it real? Is Michael and Angela's relationship real? Like, is it real love?
This whole 90-day fiance thing, like, I'm still trying to get into it because it's only been like a month I've been watching. Like, is this stuff legit? Like, is it not all scripted? Is it not just for entertainment? Like,
I think the relationships are real, but once they meet and they go on the show, then they have to start switching. You know what I mean? I don't think that they just met up for the show.
So do you apply for it?
I think they already are dating. These people are already dating, and then they apply to be on the show. So I feel like once they go on the show, then it becomes scripted, and they start doing what they will get views. Exactly. But I think that all the relationships are like real. Like these people, they didn't meet while they're on TV. I don't think that's how the show went. Like, oh, we go around, you see someone meeting through an app on TV. They knew each other already.
You apply after
that. So that's why they say Angela was a bit on Jerry.
Let's find someone.
Anyway, they say Angela been on 90 Day Fiance. I mean, Angela was on Jerry Springer. You know, she's popular for being on these little shows. So like, you apply to be on it. But I do think that their relationship is valid. Like they met on Facebook. It's very common how these men meet non-American women through Facebook. You talk about your Nigerian women. You talk about your experience, women flying to Nigeria to meet men from different countries, Europe, America. It's very like what do you call it? Is it sex tourism? Tourist dating. I'm gonna put a link down there. But it's a term that's very common, especially like in Asia. These countries, people really go abroad to find love. So it's not something that's just made up and they just like make it. There's a reason why there's a 90-Day Fiance. Yeah, there's a reason why there's a show.
Even if someone wants you because of a green card, is that a bad thing? Like, doesn't a guy could like me because I have a big behind and also really like me? But right, I think it's different. Can someone like you for a green card and also still like me?
But I think it's different than that because when it comes down to something like green card, immigration status, it's more like what you can do for me. Right? So right now I can like you. It's like I can like you because you look good, but your looks are not doing anything for me but like helping my eyes. But it's not physically like I'm gaining financially. I'm gaining like it's like I feel like liking someone because the immigration status is like liking somebody for money. And people call you a gold digger, like, oh, I like a man because he's rich. I don't think anything's wrong with being liking a man because he's rich, but that shouldn't be your only reason.
Or you could like the guy, listen, you could really like the guy, I've been in this situation before. You could really like the guy first for who he is, not even know that he's rich. You find out that he's rich, and you're like, damn, I like you even more. You get what I'm saying? Because it's just like, wow, like, you know, I already liked you. It's not like I didn't know anything about you, but then I find out, I'm like, wow,
you're rich is even better. So I think that's
it's
the same thing. Immigration status.
It just makes the love.
But I'm saying when he's going on Facebook looking for her, I don't think he's worried about, oh, I already like you. He's just liking you because you're not in Nigeria. And he's assumed, okay, you're not here, you're abroad. I'd rather have you than have someone who's here because you can do more for me. That's the initial mindset. Because to me, it's always like, why would I go and try and date someone who's not where I am? For what? Because I'm like, okay, I'm in America, how will I benefit? But for people who are looking to come abroad, that's a great way to benefit. That's one of the easiest ways besides birth to get citizenship. But let us know if you watch 90 Day Fiance, how do you feel about it? Who's your favorite couple? You know, we rewrote for Angela and Michael right here. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you in our next video. Bye.